Before I jumped into today's video, I wanted to mention that I'm going to be in Milwaukee, Wisconsin from April 12th to April 14th for the Midwest Gaming Classic. Me and my Nintendo Enthusiast coworker Greg Vargas plan on doing some giveaways, a panel, and all that stuff while we're there, so be sure to come hang out if you're in the area. Anyway, where was I? Now, the Nintendo Switch has gotten a ton of beautiful games. I mean, Breath of the Wild alone is enough to make your jaw drop. However, today I wanted to talk about the realistic looking games that I cannot believe run on the Switch hardware. So without further ado, here are the top 5 best looking Switch games that use a realistic art direction. Let's jump in. Doom was one of the first Nintendo Switch games. When we heard it was coming to the platform, we honestly could not believe that a game like this would be able to run on the hardware. But lo and behold, they got it to work because the geniuses over at Panic Button are using some type of sorcery to get this to run on the Nintendo Switch. But this isn't the last time our minds would be blown, but I'll get to that later. Doom on Nintendo Switch is non-stop, adrenaline, fast-paced gameplay with graphics that at first glance look just like its other console counterparts. Seeing a side-by-side comparison of Doom on PS4 and the Nintendo Switch, you can barely tell the difference. Of course, when you're playing the game, the frames per second is pretty obvious. However, if you're not a stickler for frames per second or resolution and you love gaming on the go, I highly recommend checking out Doom if you haven't played it yet. Warframe is one of those games that when I heard it was coming to Nintendo Switch, I expected a very ugly, dumbed-down version on the platform. I couldn't have been more wrong. Somehow they managed to squeeze the game with all of its big environments, great-looking graphics, fast-paced gameplay, and explosive set pieces into the Nintendo Switch, and I seriously could not believe my eyes when I booted this game up. This is the game that honestly impresses me the most. Not only is it a multiplayer and sometimes open world experience, but it has explosive gameplay and overall crisp looking visuals that I cannot believe is running on Switch. And best of all, this is a great game that is completely free, so if you have a Switch and you're interested, just go check it out on the eShop. And no, you don't even need Switch Online to play it. The second I booted up Outlast 2, my jaw hit the floor. Somehow, the developer managed to make a dark and scary setting into something beautiful. As you see, the Switch version is not far off in terms of graphical fidelity, and the game actually outputs at 1080p. Not only are the dark settings beautiful, but even just sitting in a well-lit room, the game almost looks photorealistic, proving once again that the Nintendo Switch is some type of magic. Honestly though, when I first played this game, it really made me realize how much of a step up the Nintendo Switch is compared to the Wii U. In terms of power, I always hear the Switch being compared to the Wii U, Xbox 360, and PS3. However, I simply don't believe some of these games would be able to run on those platforms looking this great. If you're looking for a great horror title on Nintendo Switch, this is easily one of the best. Listen, I'm not a sports guy one bit. However, when I saw NBA on Nintendo Switch, you can tell that the studio actually tried to make this game look and run wonderfully, unlike that terrible WWE game. Seriously, what was that? Anyway, NBA 2K19 is the latest and greatest basketball game on Nintendo Switch, and it looks almost just as good as the other consoles. From the lighting effects to the fantastic facial animations, this is the full package on a portable console, which is absolutely insane. It's too often that we get horrible, dumbed-down sports games on Nintendo platforms, especially during the Wii and a little bit of the Wii U generation. I'm glad to see that 2K19 breaks that terrible trend and actually gives us a good sports game that looks amazing. I don't hear a lot of people talking about Wolfenstein 2, and it kinda makes me sad because the game is amazing. Wolfenstein 2 is a game that I only dabbled with on other platforms, but I didn't fully delve in until I got handed the Switch review code. That is when I realized just how great this game is. However, one thing that really caught me by surprise was how good it looks. There are huge action-packed moments in this game, and I honestly could not believe I was playing it on Switch. At one point, I literally forgot I was playing on Switch because it just looks that damn good. Not only should this game be celebrated for being a fantastic port, but I love getting mature, dark, and brooding games like Wolfenstein 2 on a Nintendo platform. And the fact that it looks and runs great is a huge bonus. I'm hoping Bethesda continues to support the Switch because this is the first time in a long time that that some gamers actually prefer playing AAA huge high-budget games on a Nintendo platform. Now keep in mind, there are some upcoming games that look really impressive with realistic art styles, like Hellblade and possibly Mortal Kombat. But as for today, I only wanted to talk about games that were out right now. Thanks a lot for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that subscribe button and possibly even the notifications bell if you're feeling generous. Thanks guys, and I will talk to you later.